Hello, can you hear me? Hello from the other side. Hello from the other side. Hello, sexy. What is up? Let's go. You're live. Okay, so I know last time my stream was absolutely trash. Is it much better now? I'm not lagging or anything? Am I lagging, boys? Let me know. What is up, Maxo? What is up, Cowboys? What is up, Joe Tato? What is up, Aiden? What is up, Shannon? Demar? Abby, girl, Agiri. Everybody say hi to Abby. What is up, Aiden? Joe Tato, you my boy? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hey Ruben. What is up, Clayton? Blueberry, you're underrated. We all are, man. But you know the best thing about doing this is that we're gonna keep on keeping on until we're one of the best, right? I consider myself very good, but I want to be the best. I want to be on the, on the likes of like a Soft Sports, like a Texans Unfiltered. Those guys are as legit as it gets. I just want to get better. Um, I'm the one who made the intro. I'm on my Texans content again. Yes, guys, if you want a nice intro, you got to hit up Maxo 713. We have a lot to talk to you. We do have a lot. We're going to be on for a couple 40, 15, I'm sorry, 40 minutes to an hour. We have a special guest, right? He goes by the name of JW Football Talk, right? He's kind of becoming my best friend all of a sudden. We're going to bring him in. Everybody say hi to Mr. Cody Johnson.
What is up, fellas?
What is up? Hey, Ruben, you know football to 503? Yes, I know Mr. Gerardo. Mr. Gerardo is my boy. If you don't follow Footballer 503, he is one of the most funniest guys. It's lagging. Is it lagging on my part or is it lagging on Cody's part? Let me know.
I'm watching it live on mine, and you seem fine.
Well, I seem fine. I don't know what kind of internet you got out there,
Hey,
buddy.
all right.
But Maxwell, yes, Mr. Mediocre is one of the best. Mr. Mediocre has a soothed voice, man. I'm not sure if you ever heard him, but like it's soothing. I'm like, man. Cody, how's your weekend going, man?
It's not the weekend yet.
How's your week
It's
going?
all right. It's all right. Just been working. Might get a new job here soon. We'll see.
Oh, why? Why? 'Cause you don't like doing those kitchens?
They're all right. Just labor sucks, and I could be getting more money going this other route. So
Darren, welcome to the chat. We've just got on. We've been on for like 5 minutes. I was just busy roasting Cody. Um, just want to make sure everything's fine now, guys, so we could just go on with the stream. If I'm good, give me a W in the chat, boys. A W for the Texans. Joe Tato said he
yeah, thanks for
farted.
letting
Joe
us know,
Tato,
man.
thanks for letting us know, brother. All right. If I'm not lagging, drop a W in the chat. Aiden already dropped one. Peanut butter 524 to the Texans. Peanut butter, welcome to the stream. Cody, guess what?
What is that?
I have an awesome shirt.
You have an awesome shirt. Oh, I seen the
I have
shirt.
an awesome shirt.
The chat, the shirt.
As you guys don't know, I have a sponsor, and that sponsor is Zoe's Custom Crafts and T-shirt. She makes any T-shirts that you want. Her slogan is "Why pay $35 to $40 for an NFL type shirt when you could pay less for more?" So I know the Houston Texans have not signed him yet, but check this out. I have an 84 jersey, as legit as it gets.
You want to answer Shannon's question?
What does Shannon say? What do you think the record is going to be? I'm gonna say 11-5 if we stay healthy. If we stay healthy, that is the goal.
Mine, I know you know Ruben. Y'all might not like it, but I got 9-7 right now.
Aiden, I love your wallpaper, bro. I'm sorry, you're Avi. Drop merch, Blueberry. I won't drop merch. I'll be giving these shirts away because I'm not in this for the dinero. Joe Tottle said he pooped. All right, you know. Thank you for that, Joe Tato. Clayton is saying 12-4, but Cody, can you go on to why you think the Houston Texans not only have a down season, but you don't have us winning the AFC South? But first of all, let me get to John Christian Kaimi. He spelled the whole name of Kaimi Fairbairn. Props to you. But let's go into it, man. Why do you think the
Look,
Houston Texans?
well, look. I mean, look at the first part of the schedule for one. That first part of the schedule is rough, and you know, Kansas City, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh. Y'all need to stop sleeping on Pittsburgh. I'm telling y'all, we have trouble with good defenses, and they had one of the top defenses in the league last year. They're going to essentially for me. The Pittsburgh can do what Carolina did to us last year, just beat us defensively. Don't not allow us to do anything. So essentially, we could go 0-3 to start the season. We've done it before with way lesser opponents. The division's going to be tougher. The schedule's tough. We have not to mention, we got all these new guys on paper. It looks sweet, right? You got Cooks, Cobb, David Johnson. You got to put it all on the field. And can we all admit this is the weirdest offseason in NFL history?
This is the weirdest offseason ever. Darren just asked a question. Yo, did you watch the video? I have not watched it yet, Darren. Got out of work, went out to, went to go eat with the wife. Pittsburgh is somebody who you should not sleep at. I've told us before. The last time Ben Roethlisberger was healthy, he threw for almost 5,000 yards. He is a beast. And the one thing about Pittsburgh that if you play her later on in the season, you have a good chance of beating them. But the first 5 weeks are going to be tough. The first 7 weeks for the Houston Texans is absolutely tough. You're potentially playing, 6 players. And the Houston Texans do start off slow. I mean, we've known that. We have known that. So, 713 Mutant asked, so Dallas wants to trade Dak to us for Watson. Absolutely not.
Where has he seen that? I haven't seen that at all.
I don't know. I don't know.
And I pay attention more to the Cowboys for my channel than most people, so I haven't seen that at all.
What is up, Cameron?
But can I say real quick, another part of the schedule that's going to be tough. Indianapolis, Chicago, Indianapolis.
Well, it depends. It depends on how the Colts are because check this out. I don't fear the quarterback. I don't fear Phillip Rivers whatsoever. They might have they potentially have a very good running game with Marlon Mack, who was a top 10 rusher. And not only that, they drafted my boy, Jonathan Taylor. They took my boy, Cody, somebody who we were arguing about who the Texans should have got. And not only that, man, the wide receiving core is okay. T.Y. Hilton's still one of the best in the league. He always happens to just dismantle us every time he plays us. Michael Pittman Jr., we're not too sure about him. I definitely wanted the Houston Texans to draft him. But I fear more the Colts. I do not fear the Jaguars. No way am I scared of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm not scared of the Titans at all.
Okay, hold on. Can I go back to the Colts for a sec?
Yeah.
Is Phillip Rivers not an upgrade over Jacoby Brissett?
He is, but the way he played last season for the Chargers,
still threw for 4,000 yards in 24.
Yes, but he was just a turnover machine, and
always been like that.
He's always like that. He's a gunslinger. And before you talk about the offensive line, right? Before you talk about the offensive line, which we know the Colts, one of the best offensive line. Also, if you like this shirt, hold on. Did you hear the news story about JJ Watt? He won't play the season when he joined the NFL Network. He said he won't play if he has to wear a mask. And also, what is the final record? The thing about the mask is they're trying about making a face mask for the helmet. We already know how hard it is to play football with the helmet on. Yeah. If you had something, I'm not sure if you guys.
You're asking for
you're asking for too much.
Out
exactly. I'm not sure if have you ever played paintball, Cody? Where you have that mask and you're just fogging up. You're just like, there's no point of wearing this. When Aiden, you asked for the final record, we said it. I say 11-5. Cody has it much less. But let's go back to the Colts, man. The offense line we know is one of the best in the league. But here was the thing. Phillip Rivers was the 18th most sacked quarterback in the NFL. It's not good. It's not great. He's right there in the middle. And a lot of his interceptions, he was just chucking chucking it up. He has more weapons on the LA Chargers than he does with the Colts.
Okay, let me get to that. So yes, I would agree. The Chargers have more weapons last year than the Colts do this year. I could argue that. I would take a top tier over O line over having those weapons, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's just so underrated to have a top tier O line. And you not attest to that he was chunking up, afraid to get hit at some points last season because nobody was blocking for him, dude. That O line was putrid.
It was
it was bad.
there. I watched the Chiefs game week 17 where they needed to, to
Oh, he probably just
and
gave
he
up.
just no. I mean, he just started airing that thing out.
Oh, why not?
Thoughts on JJ losing weight? I mean, apparently he's been the same size. He looks exact. Joking, some dude on TikTok said his uncle knew someone that is in the high up in the Cowboys organization, and he said that they want Watson and they want to trade Dak for him. If the Houston Texans trade Dak Prescott, trade for Dak Prescott. I am crying. I am no, I don't see that. Think about people who have sources, right? They just throw a lot of stuff out there, man, and just hope that it sticks to the wall. What if we get Zeke? Not gonna happen. We're not gonna see Philly can dice the defense game time. Yes, also, and but here's the best thing. The thing about Indy is it is gonna be tough because you play them more in the season. Whereas if this was the first 5 games, I would say, of course, we're gonna beat them, right? They have a new system.
Can I also say something else about the Colts? Even when they're bad, don't they always give us a tough time?
They all. I mean, and you're right.
Even if they're bad, they're always going to be tough for us. That's how the Eagles are for the Cowboys. That division rivalry thing. That even if one team's bad, they always give the other team trouble. That's what the Colts are for us.
I said, who do you think the best rookie on the Texans right now?
Blacklock. I mean, that's
Blacklock. Yeah, I mean that's number 40 pick. The Titans are done. Everyone knows they play, so they are done. The Titans have one thing, is they have LeBron James back there at running back. I mean, if you see the way Derrick Henry is, geez Louise, the dude is a monster. And the one team that he doesn't have a lot of success against, the Houston Texans, man.
When our run defense was good. Okay, but let me say something about the Titans. Titans, we all know that they live off play action.
Absolutely.
Having Derrick Henry helps that, of course. But for everyone in the chat, play action works without having an elite running back. Let me just, for reference, 2018 New York Jets. Who was the running back? Bilal Powell. They were third. They were third in the league in success on play action with Bilal Powell and that offensive line. Play action works without an elite running back.
Heads up, Ruben, get with football after the stream. Yes, actually, Gerardo is joining us on the stream tomorrow, Cody.
Oh, okay.
He loves to go in on Bill O'Brien. He loves to go in, so be excited about that. If JJ presses Rivers and it's a done deal, at least Brissett can kind of scramble. I mean, that's true. I got a question. Do you think that David Johnson will be a top of the running backs in receptions and will be a top in running back in top 5 for both because of how we're going off this year? I think David Johnson is going to be pretty good as a receiving threat, but
he won't be top 5 in receptions just because Duke Johnson's going to take away catches.
Exactly. I mean, like when you have 2 of the best receiving running backs in the NFL, it's the ball has to go one place. Well, maybe if tick for tack, Pittman can become Mike Williams 2.0 if he develops. I mean, outside of Hunter Henry, they are almost the same in my opinion. That's Darren. That's a very good.
2 other guys for the Colts are oh crap, I'm forgetting their names now. They have a slot guy that they just drafted from Ohio State last year. He got hurt, but he did show a lot of promise when he was on the field. I'm forgetting his name. Keep going. I'll get back to it in a second.
It's probably number 14. I don't want to do nothing with Dallas. That's okay. I don't. Darren, what's up? Okay, so Clint Reader, Clowney, Walt, Merciless, elite running back, worst nightmare. I miss DJ and JD. I miss him too, man. But the horrible thing about the NFL is that it is a business, and you're not gonna keep, you're not gonna keep everybody on the Houston Texans team. Darren said it was Paris Campbell.
Paris Campbell, yes.
Yes.
And then when he went down, Zach Pascal was the guy you were thinking of, number 14, who also did very well on limited playing time and snaps. So they definitely have some options there to throw to. And let's not forget, Jack Doyle before Eric Ebron was a top 5 tight end the year before Ebron came into the league. we'll see if he can return to form with Ebron not taking snaps and stuff. But he was a top 5 tight end at one point in the league.
Yes.
So
Let me know how the stream is going, guys. If it's not lagging, please drop a W in the chat. I've seen some things on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube about the Texans being a potential landing spot for Mozart. Yeah, no, I mean I've seen them too, but I mean you just traded for David Johnson. You have Duke Johnson. There's no reason to get Mozart, but
I
see
think a
that
lot of that
forever.
has been joking too. I even joked about that.
I mean, of course, right?
He was on the prowl,
You've seen all the jokes. Antonio Brown to the Texans, hopefully. Antonio Brown, hopefully for the Houston Texans. I should not be wearing my Antonio Brown shirt that my sponsor gave to me. But I had to, right? I have to speak this into existence. And I have the 84, I have the Brown last name on my back. It's like an actual legit jersey because I was going to that, to that store in Baybrook Mall, dude. It's called like Fan Stop, something like that. And it was just $35 for a jersey, dude. Like, I'm like, no, come on now. No, sir. And then my sponsor, I met her, because like they were making a mask and something. And she was like, well, we can make something happen. And now she makes all my shirts. I mean, she made me the Oilers Justin Reed, the Oilers Deshaun Watson. So.
Yeah, she does some good work. I looked a little bit on Twitter.
Yeah, and if you guys need anything, I'm gonna drop her info down. I'm gonna just do it right now. Custom t-shirts.
So Nathan asked thoughts on videos of Cook and Watson working out.
I love it. And not only that, I love that it was after DeAndre Hopkins said that tweet. Hold up. What is up, Sam? What is up, Jose? What is up, Nathan? That's what you want to see, right? Because I was wondering, I was like, why haven't I seen, some of these boys work out together? Boom. As soon as I said that, they're working.
I'm sure they have been without the cameras on.
Yeah.
Something to build that chemistry is great. Of course, anything to build that chemistry, especially in this offseason, is great.
What would we get for Jordan Thomas? We have to give him more Akins. Give him up for who?
I think he's asking what compensation will we get. I think we don't get anything. We probably just have to cut him.
Yeah. Can we subscribe to this man? He deserves it, man. He needs more subs right now. Yeah, I mean, I would love for you guys to subscribe. If not, it's okay. We just love talking football. If we get Brown, we'll go after Jamal Adams afterward. Yes, bro. Yes. That's the move that we are hearing. We are hearing that if the Houston Texans get Antonio Brown, they're going to try to get Jamal Adams.
There was something. I think it was on. I want to say it was on ESPN. No. It was on.
This is our chat. You can't talk about it.
No. It was on. Bleacher Report, and they did a thing. It was like one move each team should make, and I thought we'd have something small, for the Texans. Go get, maybe the receiver from the 49ers or something like that. And it was actually Texans should go get Jamal Adams. Which, I know we've been talking about it, but seeing that from one of the bigger reporters or bigger sites out there was kind of interesting to see that they actually, said we should go get Jamal Adams, especially with the limited comp we have.
Because like, the one thing about Bill O'Brien, as much as I despise the man, and I've shown my distrust for him, he's not afraid to pull that trigger.
Yeah.
Houston Texans talk. Thank you for the subscribe. Antonio Brown ate my taco. He ate mine too. Antonio Brown, check out this shirt that I got from my sponsor. I love it. 84. I would show you my back. Let me try to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Cody, how does it look?
You got most of it in there. I think they get the
all right, I got most of it. All right, yeah. AB is working with the Seahawks second string quarterback. The thing about Antonio Brown is he is trying to get on the NFL roster.
Yeah.
He is trying, so he's going to work out with whoever wants him. Don't be surprised if he works with Aaron Rodgers. Don't be surprised if he goes, works out with Cam Newton. We've seen him work out with Lamar Jackson. We see him work out with a bunch of quarterbacks. So, thoughts on Jonathan Grenard, Mr. Cody?
So, I was surprised to see him fall to where he did in the third. Definitely has some potential. I know people were saying he did pretty well in coverage in the Senior Bowl. I watched his game against Auburn and then Florida State, or maybe it was LSU. I don't remember who the second game I watched. It was just The pass coverage from him, it was kind of hard to see because they didn't really target the receiver that was by him, and he just kind of was standing around. So I would like to see more in pass coverage. I haven't watched the Senior Bowl stuff, but pass rushing, he's a technician. He's not the most athletic person on the field. He's not a Jadeveon Clowney, but he knows how to use his swim move, his spin move, go out and then move back inside. So I definitely like that. Definitely a technician. We need more pass rush. So why not?
So before I get to Kendrick's Campbell, Houston, Texas Talk, thank you for the 499. We're going to try to get you on the stream in the next couple of days. What in the blue hell do you gain by adding a wide receiver and letting go of two? Also, Jets holding off last minute. Seahawks will have Brown. I mean, so I think the goal is, if I'm not mistaken, is to get an Antonio Brown and then trade either Fuller or Stills and go get Jamal Adams. Do I think it's going to happen? I've said it before. I absolutely do not think it's going to happen. But would I be surprised if it did? Absolutely not. I mean, we've seen Jadeveon Clowney get traded. We've seen DeAndre Hopkins get traded.
Who says we're getting rid of two receivers if we sign Brown?
Yeah, I haven't heard the two receivers. I'm not going to lie. I've had heard.
Yeah,
yes, I have.
From Texans fans, but that's not logical. I mean, if it was on the table, if that's what they wanted, I take it. But that doesn't make sense for the Jets either. Why? They have more holes than just receiver.
Like, honestly, what's the hold up to me? We should have already made moves. It sucks to keep waiting and wondering what they are doing. So the thing about that, Kendrick, is these things take time, especially now with this COVID-19 going on. Last season, the Lermy Tunsil trade, we found out that it took actually months to happen. These things happen. We are still, we have months for it to happen.
And there's no rush on either moves for Brown for the Texans. There's no rush. If they're talking, they're going to work out, what works best for them. And then the Adams deal, the Jets are in no rush. Why would they be? He's got 2 years on contract. Exactly.
I love that workout videos with Brandon Cooks and Deshaun Watson. Seen the video about 500 times. Love the connection. Also love the video with you putting that video with Watson and Fuller connection. And I mean, like I said, I think Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller have a chance to be special. Because we've seen them healthy, Cody. When healthy, these guys are in absolute danger. The only question is, can they stay healthy? And Wolf looks like he's absolutely jacked. He might get tested, tested for PEDs, but the boiler's just built. He cut his dreads. He has no % body fat. Speaking of no body fat, JJ Watt has 8% body fat. Dude looks absolutely built. I thought he was on crack or something. I thought he was on drugs. I was like, this guy looks thin. He looks real thin. Trade Fuller for Adams. I mean, that's what we were talking about. I honestly prefer Cap over AJ. Cap has failed. We should bring him in for cheap, and he has a closer skill set to Watson. Could be a good move. I get what you're saying, Kendrick. I'm sorry, Nathan. The thing about Cap is that when he lost all his weapons, he wasn't good at all. Let's not forget, he had Anquan Bolden. He had Vernon Davis. He had Frank Gore. He had a very good offensive line, and that is not what I'm not saying we're going to have it now, but...
Dude, he hasn't played in 5 years, and 2013 was last year. He was good on a stacked team in a system that fit his skill set, just like Lamar Jackson is in now in Baltimore with the other Harborough brother. That team was absolutely stacked. You said offensive line. They had 2 All-Pros, two
Hall of Famers.
Yeah. And then Frank Gore, Michael Crabtree. Michael Crabtree was no slouch back then. Pro Bowler and Vernon Davis at the time. That team was very good, and it fit his skill set. Kaepernick's not that accurate. Never has been. Under 60% completion percentage. He can run great. He's athletic great. He has a big arm, but again, he's not accurate. I would prefer. I think the Texans would too. Someone that can throw the ball in the pocket and. Like Watson. Watson's not a runner. He's a pocket passer. He runs when he has to, not because he needs to, like Kaepernick does. It doesn't make sense.
Is Larry Warford still on the table over Fulton, or we set an offense line? We are set. Fulton took a pay cut just to stay on the Houston Texans roster. If Fuller cuts his dreads, it's over. Cap has been out too long. He's not for the league, and we're absolutely not. Do you play Madden? I do. I am okay. The better run is Cody next to me. Can we not bash Cap, please? We're not bashing him, the person. We're bashing him, the player. Love what he's doing. I love that.
Had nothing to do with his political stuff, but as a football player, he was athletic, and that's really it.
Now, here's one that I wanted to talk about, right? PJ Walker over AJ
He,
McCarron.
he
That
signed
was
with
something
Carolina.
I know, but that
Oh, okay.
was something that I was like, I would rather have PJ Walker than AJ McCarron. I know it was an XFL, but I was there. I was there the first game against the LA Wildcats. Dude was throwing bombs. I mean, he was throwing bombs. Um, Nathan Peterson
Look,
over AJ or Cap Nathan
the only
Peterson.
thing the AJ, and again, this offseason, AJ knows the playbook. It'd be smarter for this offseason just to keep AJ around for another year.
Absolutely agree. The problem is Will Fuller pops off, then we can't pay him. If he gets injured, then we won't pay him. He will be gone by next season. I don't think that's true. I think Will Fuller has been injured enough to the point where you can't afford to give him, like a big deal if he balls out. It's gonna have to be heavily incentive based because this is the first year. If he's
Yeah.
healthy, like how do you think of the new coordinators? New coordinators, I'm excited for Cody. I'm not gonna lie. Even though you're lagging on the screen, I am not going to lie. Tim Kelly, I've said this before. If you're in a position where someone is above you and they are not doing what needs to be done, you want to go for it. Like you want to do what he cannot do. Tim Kelly does not want to be an offensive coordinator for the rest of his life.
So
Anthony, yeah, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, finish.
And then the thing with Anthony Weaver, when he says I want to be exotic, dude, that just excites me. Because do you know what Roman Cornell exotic was? Dropping Clowney back in coverage.
Yeah.
that was as exotic as he gets. Cody, go off.
So for my first impressions, I was frustrated just because I was tired of the in-house hires. I wanted to see something new, something that wasn't under O'Brien. So but they've grown on me a little bit. I will say Tim Kelly asking all the offensive players, how they want to fit into the offense, what plays they want to run, stuff like that is interesting to me. And calling plays, getting a new guy in to call plays is something else. But again, we got to realize this is O'Brien's offense still. It's still his scheming. So, it's great if you can have a play caller, but if the schemes don't work, it doesn't matter. Andy Reid, or Kansas City, Bieniemy calls plays, right? But that's still Andy Reid's offense. He created that offense. And then going to Weaver, he excites me a little bit more because of the Rex Ryan connection.
Yes.
A lot of blitzing and man coverage should still be the thing. Still running a 3-4 predominantly, I expect, with 4-3 sets. I'll see, but again, we should hold expectations. He's a rookie coordinator.
And here's the thing. Okay, hold on. First of all, do you attend any Texan games? No, because I am broke. Clayton said yes. Ruben, all over the Roughnecks and XFL, bro. I love the XFL. Love the Roughnecks. Clayton, my name is spelled Ruben. That's it. A lot of people get that wrong. No, not trying to throw you under the bus. But I am hyped, man, for Anthony Weaver because when you look at what the Baltimore Ravens did, they were 27 in sacks, but they were top 5 in QB pressures because they blitzed 52% of the time. If Anthony Weaver does something like that, then with the speed we have with Jacob Martin, Jonathan Grenard, Whitney Merciless, I'm excited. I'm excited for this defense.
Yeah. See, the thing for me, let's talk about this for a little bit. I want to ask you a question. Do you think just talent-wise, the defense improved this season from last? Just talent-based. Say you're not throwing out a new coordinator, blah, blah, just talent-based.
Thank you, $2. Houston, Texas Talk. From now, I'm changing Chan name to Trash Mail. I don't know who said that. I think I saw it on the Discord or not. But, I mean, if you think based on talent-wise, did the Houston Texans get better? I mean, look, you lose DeAndre Hopkins, you lose DJ.
No, just defense.
Oh, on the defensive side?
Yeah.
I would say you lost because you lose DJ Reader and you have no way of knowing what Blacklock or Grenard could do.
Look, I have high hopes for Blacklock.
Oh,
I think he can be good. I think he has Chris Jones potential. He will not have more impact this year than Reader did last year.
Funny story on Blacklock. Nah, I can't say it. I'll get in trouble. But I think you know what the story is. I try to go to 3 games a year. I am broke, Maxo713. I am broke. We were 50-50% type team last year on the offensive half, run half pass or play calling. What would the percentage be this season? You think 70-30? I think I think it'll probably be more heavily toward the pass because of Deshaun Watson. But then, Bill O'Brien loves to run heavy. He doesn't care if you have the number one defense in the NFL against the run. He's going to run you. We saw it against.
And then again, this kind of comes into the Tim Kelly thing. We'll see what he prefers, but O'Brien still gets ultimate decision making. So I could see 60-40 in terms of pass, just because you just got all these receivers and receiving backs. I mean, if you're not going to pass, what'd you do that for?
I went to the Colts playoff game against the Tech. Coleman got me tickets. I've been to 2 Texans game. We lost both of them. We lost the playoff game against the Chiefs in the wild card, 30-0. And then when we went 2-14 Sunday night when Case Keenum was starting, there was a bunch of buzz. We got spanked. Do you think? Oh yes, defense has always been there. Justin Reed got to make a huge impact. I think Justin Reed's about to become one of the best safeties in the NFL. There's no way he should have been a 3rd-round pick. I'm super excited for what Justin Reed could do.
I am too. I'm worried about his running mate, and that affects Justin Reed, because if he's having to cover for Eric Murray all day, and Justin Reed's better as a strong safety anyways, so he's playing free safety now, which he can do. I'm not going to say he can't, but he's in his lesser position of the two, and then you got Eric Murray, who we haven't seen start ever. He's definitely gonna have to step up. Hopefully the corner, Lonnie makes a big impact. I think he will. Not a big impact, but a jump this season. But the corners, I think, are what's really gonna help Justin and Eric.
So Aiden, before I get to your question, Shannon asked this question that I've answered many times, and I'll be happy to answer it again. Do you think Deshaun Watson will win the MVP? Absolutely yes. And there's a lot of factors that tie into this. Nobody expecting squat from this Houston Texans team. Nobody's expecting nothing from Bill O'Brien. Nobody's expecting nothing from this offense. And can you imagine if Deshaun Watson balls out? He is going to win the MVP. Deshaun Watson's odds are 28-1. If you put $100 on Deshaun Watson and he wins the MVP, you just won $2,800. I have put in $200 on him. If he doesn't win, it's $200. But Deshaun Watson is going to win the MVP. You've heard it. I don't know if I had to say, but you've heard it here first, Cody. Deshaun Watson MVP, especially if he gets Antonio Brown 84, baby.
So, what was there another question you wanted to?
Okay, so here's one from Aiden. Are the Texans still top? Are Texans still top of the NFL, even though they got rid of Hopkins?
They weren't really top of the NFL before.
Oh, I'm sorry. He means on third downs. On third downs.
Oh, the thing was, weren't we kind of middling last year on third downs?
We were very good, but Hopkins was just a third down machine.
Okay, so it depends. It depends on how you want to use those guys. We don't. None of them are like possession receivers like Hop was. They're all deep threat slot, whatever. So I don't know. It'll depend on if O'Brien can scheme them correctly, and Tim Kelly can scheme them correctly. I got something I want to say before you say another question.
Yeah.
The Lonnie Johnson, the safety thing. I know me and you have talked about it plenty of times, dude. He needs more reps at corner before we just throw him in at safety. He has the perfect build for a lockdown corner.
Absolutely.
Just has to work on his hands and his feet, which he's doing.
The one criticism was that he plays too high. If you watch the footwork king the past 2 days, he's been low. He's squatting to the point he can put him on the toilet and he's already in position to take a dump. He's getting low. If the Texans end up being the worst team in the league, there is only one person to blame, Bill O'Brien. Absolutely agree. You're the head coach. You're the GM. You're almost the owner of the Houston Texans team. You are, you should be fired. Zach Cunningham will break out this season. We've already said he's about to break out. We've seen.
Shout out to Cameron real quick, dude. That's my boy.
Cameron's funny, man.
You see the chat yesterday? He was like, "Hey, running backs are the easiest position to fill in the NFL," and I was like, "Yeah."
Guys, we have a Houston Texans chat. We are about 43 deep right? We think it's one of the best Houston Texans, group chat out there. It's on Twitter. If you want to be a part of that, drop your username and I'll add you. We do have a few rules. Just keep it strictly sports, no politics, no religion, no any of that. Keep it sports. I think we I can't say that, but like we like rated the best like WWE divas of the. I didn't even know what was going on.
You
I just,
started it.
no, I mean I just said look like no, like she was one of my favorites, and then I wake up to like 40 messages divas between.
I appreciate that, Cameron.
Will AB honestly be the level we are expecting him if we sign him? The time he is being off the field concerns me a bit. Here's the thing about Antonio Brown: even if there's a little bit of fall off, the dude's still a very good wide receiver.
I mean, he's only missed 1 year.
Only missed 1 year, and if you saw him against the Patriots, limited snaps, 5 catches, 54 yards, a touchdown with the Patriots.
I say I didn't like much. It should say something about Weaver as a teacher. Did you read that from Darren? That's what I was just.
I'm on my way, Darren. Okay. We are adding boys in the chat, man.
So he's just asking. He has his questions about Weaver because Clowney. Actually, tell me where you saw that, Darren, because I didn't see that. Said he didn't learn much from Weaver when he was here, so he worries about him as a teacher, as a coach.
Cloud EP 22 or 2Z. Yes, bro. I do remember you didn't add me on Twitter, so kind of salty about that. Houston boy, what is up? Darren Davis, thank you for the $5. I have question mark about Weaver. I know it's his first year, but when players like Clowney say I didn't learn much, didn't learn much, just say something about Weaver as a teacher. I mean, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, definitely. Just based on him being a rookie coordinator, I have questions. I am curious where Darren saw that though, because I don't remember seeing that. But if that is the case, that is a little concerning because he was the D-line coach. Clowney was on the D-line. It's if that's the case, that's gets me a little bit more concerned about him as a coordinator.
Can you put more highlight videos on your channel? Can't spell your name. Don't want to get it wrong. My name is spelled Ruben. And the thing about highlight videos is that once you get to where I am, when you have 1K plus subscribers, you now get copyright, and you pray to God you don't get a copyright strike, because only 3 copyright strikes and your whole YouTube channel is done. If I do one, I'll have to demonetize it, just give all the credit. So I mean, I will. I will. I did a Learn Me Tunsil highlight video, got like 4K. So I mean, I'll definitely be putting back up. What up, Ruben and Cody? Guys, shout out to Footballer, aka Gerardo. One of the funniest dudes, on Twitter. Goes in on Bill O'Brien. If you don't know, I mean, like I said, man, some of the stuff he just makes me laugh. It's also his birthday. Shout out to Gerardo. I mean, there is one tweet that Gerardo was like, "Oh, he keeps on staying on Bill O'Brien's nuts."
Hey, so Maxo said something. He said Clowney dominated the run game. He was just ass pass rushing. Some people got it, some people don't. Thing is, I'll send it in the chat because I believe he's in the group chat, right? Clowney on how many times he was double teamed and how he won on pass rush snaps. And it was very high on both. He was actually one of the higher in the leagues. Now, not getting to the quarterback is something, but winning pass rush snaps and getting a QB hit, getting a pressure is something, even if you don't get the sack. There's more to pass rushing than just getting sacks.
I absolutely agree. Rob says Vrabel didn't teach anything, but Vrabel is a good head coach. The thing that Vrabel does is he delegates his power. He lets the defensive coaches coach. He lets the offensive coaches coach, and he just sticks to head coaching. That's what we want O'Brien to do. We haven't seen him do it yet, but that's what makes Vrabel a good coach. What do you think about? Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
Some people are better at head coach than they are coordinators. Romeo Cornell was a poor head coach, very bad head coach. He was a pretty good coordinator before last year, So some people just are better at some things than others.
Harris Baird, welcome to the chat. Sorry for burping, ladies and gentlemen. Well, what do you think about John Reed? He would have been a second, third round pick. What's his only problem, Cody? Is that he is what?
Afraid to hit.
And short. I was going for short, but
Yeah, like we talked about this a little bit last time I was on. He's sticking coverage, good slot corner. He's not going to do anything this year except special teams. I mean, he's a fourth round rookie for a reason. Um, but watching his film, he needs to. Which a lot of corners have this problem. I'll take coverage over being able to lay the wood like Mike Singletary, but he needs to be more willing to hit. In my
Michael
opinion.
Michael Thomas, not the wide receiver, has been working out with the footwork king. Looks great. He might fit better in next to the safety spot to Jackson Reed. Maybe not just special teams. Now that is somebody who I should be paying more attention to, but I feel like that other safety spot is open. I know we paid, Eric Reed a boatload of money for no reason whatsoever. But Michael Thomas is going to have a shot. Nathan Cobley asked, "Isn't Vrabel taking over DC?" I haven't heard that yet. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you heard anything about that, Cody.
Say that again. Oh,
That
the DC. I think he is. I don't know if he's splitting duties or if he's taking over fully, but I do remember hearing that as well. He's at least having some say in the defensive scheme and play call stuff. So, and appreciate you, Darren. If you find that, yeah, definitely send it.
And then Maxwell said Nick Saban. Nick Saban was a horrible NFL coach. I think he coached for the Dolphins, if I'm not
The
mistaken.
Dolphins, yeah, dude. That's what I think about O'Brien. O'Brien, the way he runs this team is like how you want to run a college team.
And that's what a lot of people say. Like, but we'll see. Do you think Grenard could be one of the better players by the end of the year? Not this year. And here's why I say that. Bill O'Brien himself has said this is a veteran type year. That's why I think we are not done filling out the roster yet. It's going to be very hard for these rookies to get acclimated to this type, with this.
And again, the
COVID stuff,
off season, man. Rookies in this off season are not gonna have. They're gonna have their work cut out for them this year.
Autobot Bumblebee, welcome to the chat. He said, "Bill, just come on, man." I mean, that's what we say every week. I think the Chiefs slipped something in our drinks in that playoff game. Nah, man, we just got too cocky. I myself got cocky, man. 24 up, 21 up before this get. I was saying we're gonna go for it right here, and we are going to just run out the clock, and it didn't happen. Like, what's funny? The Texans didn't do it. The Titans didn't do it, and the 49ers didn't do it. They stopped running the ball. Tyrann Mathieu said it himself. Why did they stop running the ball on us? We know the Chiefs had a horrible offensive run. I mean,
well, the thing was they had Chris Jones back.
Yeah, I mean,
in the playoff game, and he's gonna stop. He's a monster stopping the run. He was not in that first game when we beat them and we ran all over them, right? So there was a little something there. Maybe you should have ran more, O'Brien. You should have kept the drive going. When they started coming back as well. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating being a Texans fan because we went 7 years with Kubiak. We're almost at 7 years with Bill O'Brien. Here's the funny thing about Bill O'Brien, dude, is when he got hired, I was a freshman in high school. I am now 3 years out of college, and the dude is still on the Houston Texans and still not made an AFC Championship appearance. We have still not even made it. I mean, I'm sorry, won a division game. And for you to tell me that your only wins are against, I think Connor Cook from the Raiders, and then Josh Allen, who gave the game away, in the second half, and we've said it ourselves. We said it. The worst thing that could have happened if you wanted Bill be fired is Watson to escape that sack.
Yeah, dude, if we lost to the Bills, Bill O'Brien might not be here right now.
Exactly, and now we have to.
So real quick, Maxo said something. It said, "Is it really an excuse that Houston has yet to make an AFC Championship when our whole division has?" That pisses me off, dude.
It's a valid excuse, and this is what gets me mad. And then a lot of people say, "Well, who cares about the AFC Championship? It's all about Super Bowls."
Kilo.
What do you have to get to go to the Super Bowl? You got to get to an AFC Championship. And here's the thing: we've seen teams suck get better, right? The Ravens, who are good, they sucked for a little bit, got better. The 49ers were very good, sucked for a little bit, got better. The Rams sucked, got good, now they suck again. But teams are now surpassing you. Teams are now did more than what they could, and it's frustrating. But the only person that gives me hope is number 4.
Obviously. So can we talk? The people saying 5-11, 6-10 ish stuff. I'm skeptical on this team. I am. I mean, I have them like 9-7, 8-8 for this record. But people saying 6-10, Watson gives you 6 wins on his own.
Yeah, Watson is not gonna let you have a losing season.
Dude, as long as he's healthy, if he gets hurt, that's a different story. But he gets you 6 games alone. The rest of the team has to step up to get you more than that to get to the playoffs. And I'm not too high on the team. That's why I have them getting only 3 more wins after the 6 Watson gives you. So I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like, I'm skeptical, but I'm not like unrealistic.
Guys, let me know how many people we have in the chat. And you know what? Can you drop me a code bill? CODEBIL, code bill. That is our hashtag when something is happening for the Houston Texans. Me and Mr. Nathan made. But, a lot of other things are happening in sports. I'm not sure if you're into the UFC, but this Saturday, UFC 251, Jorge Masvidal against Kamaru Usman. Again, a fight that you should definitely be excited for. The Astros are getting back in action. The Astros actually played a game today, Cody. They played against themselves. We know basketball's coming back too, but going DJ Amazing. What is good? DJ Amazing, guys. One of the guys who won the Justin Reed T-shirt. It's already been said to him. He's gonna drop some pictures of him with it on. Man, dude. Like I said, Usman winning easily. Hold up. I'm sorry, Cody. I know we're supposed to be talking Texas. Look, Masvidal is street Jesus. Masvidal can bang. Masvidal has underrated ground game. The thing about Masvidal is he has not been finished in a fight. I know, all the fights go to a decision. I know he said he has been resurrected. Masvidal is a type of player. Type of fighter that could easily win. The thing about Usman is Usman ain't no chump. Usman can bang as well. Um, things on your channel. I do baseball, not a lot. I know one of the guys from South Sports does a lot of baseball stuff too, but I love baseball. And I think the Houston Astros are going to win the World Series once again. Monica Calvillo, what is up? What's up, guys? If you have any questions for Monica Calvillo, she is the business owner of.
Is Ray your dad?
Huh?
Is Ray your dad?
Yeah.
Okay, I see him on Facebook. He commented on something on mine. I was like, I wonder if that's Ruben's dad.
Dude, the thing about Ray is he drops
Appreciate that, Ray, by the way.
He's funny, dude. Like my dad, he's like Cody's the best guy you have because I could understand him. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Football at 503 says we will go live tomorrow. Talk some Astros. Yeah, we're gonna talk Astros. We're gonna talk anything. Mr. Hard Handle said go Braves. Nope. But Cody.
Yes.
What do you think is the absolute ceiling for this Houston Texans team?
So the ceiling, for me, for regular season, it's 12-4. That's the ceiling for me. And then second round playoff exit. I hate to say it, dude, but I can't say different until you show me different.
That's the thing. That's what we want, right? What would it take to get Bill O'Brien fired?
Hey, your dad. Sorry, he just said 9-7. Yeah, that's my record prediction too. There, Ray. What would it take to get a Bill O'Brien fired, dude? I don't know because I've been hearing lately that he's not gonna.
We've been hearing he's not gonna get fired
for 2 more years, dude. Do we really have to give this dude the Jason Garrett tenure or the Marvin Lewis tenure? I don't want this man for 10 years if he can't get past the divisional round. I will ease up on Bill if he gets to the AFC Championship. I will ease up on him because he's done it at that point. But he hasn't done it. I don't want to give him 10 years to prove like everybody says Andy Reid. It took him 20 years to win a Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah.
Yep, go off.
That dude made 3 NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl in his first 5 years. He didn't win the Super Bowl or any Super Bowls over that time, but he made it there 3 NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl in the first 5 years. O'Brien can't get past the second round. He gets blown out by KC 30-0. Beats the third string Connor Cook Raiders, and then he had actually a good game against the Patriots that year. That's the only good one that they've had. And then you lose to the Colts, your division rival at home, and then you get beat by Kansas City when you're up 24-0. It's just disappointment after disappointment. I don't know what it would take to get fired at this point. He should have been fired after this season.
What will it take to get Bill O'Brien fired? I think you have to lose in the wild card. I think that gets you. I think that gets you the axe because
I think if he doesn't make the play, because there's a possibility he doesn't make playoffs this year.
no, dude, with this new format, he's gonna make the playoffs. He's gonna make the playoffs. If he's made it so far, and them adding another playoff spot is like that's gonna help him. I mean, let's not forget. He's made the playoffs. He's been on the bubble of making the playoffs. The only time he didn't is when we were absolutely just hurt.
Yeah, the
But
4-12 here. Yeah.
man, I mean, he needs to get bounced the first round. If he gets bounced the first round, he has to be gone. But he has a lot of excuses, right? The COVID going on. This is his first year going. Being basically the GM and basically everything. Cal has too much faith in Bill. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree.
Hey, Ruben.
What?
I gotta hop off here. I gotta go do some stuff around the house, having people over Saturday. But I will be back with y'all tomorrow, man.
Yes, tomorrow. All right, Cody. Thank you for hopping on. Yeah, I'm
All
going to be
right,
on
man.
for like another 10, 15 minutes.
I got you. All right, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one, boys.
Everybody say bye to Cody. His girlfriend just told him to get off. He just got stuff to do around the house. Who do you think can replace Bill O'Brien? MBR said it. Eric Bieniemy. Eric Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. Eric Bieniemy needs to be the head coach for Deshaun Watson. That should be your number one go-to guy is to get Eric Bieniemy. And he is learning. He is learning from Andy Reid. Andy Reid, one of the best play callers in the history. Who do you think will be the best defensive player this year on the Texans? I think Justin Reid. I think Justin Reid is about to absolutely ball out. Rocket's video win. I'll be doing the video in a couple days. John Jones needs to be our head coach. John Jones, are you talking about the UFC fighter John Jones? What do you think about Urban Meyer? The thing about college coaches is sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work out. I know they were talking about him going with Dwayne Haskins to Washington. I'm not sure. What QBs do you rank above Deshaun Watson? I rank Patrick Mahomes and I rank Aaron Rodgers. I think Deshaun Watson is very, very, very good. Abigail, send me a kiss. Let's go, Justin Reid. Yes, Urban Meyer. I don't think he'll be a good head coach. June Jones. I mean, from the Roughnecks. I mean, he had a very good offense, but then again, the level of talent is just subpar from the NFL. I don't think June Jones. I mean, if you could bring a man, make him a tight end coach, and have him come up, but I mean, I think it's Eric. I think it's Eric Bieniemy, man. Like it has to be somebody who is in this. Fellas is nice for blocking in the red zone, but he needs to help in the open field. I absolutely agree, and that's why I think that there's any chance that he loses his spot to Akins, because we know Akins is very good against I'm sorry, he's very good when he has the ball in his hands. And, Fells was honestly there because Jordan Thomas got hurt and just absolutely just balled out. And, I mean, he didn't really ball out, but he had 7 touchdowns in the red zone. You have Russell Wilson. You have to have Russell Wilson right now, too. Dude, I just love Deshaun Watson. Akins, but Warren was drafted early. Like I said, Akins. Akins was one of the best tight ends with the ball in his hand, made a bunch of space. Any news on AB? No news on AB yet, but we are speaking it into existence, ladies and gentlemen. I have my Antonio Brown's Houston Texans shirt on. Yes, this is custom made. If he signs here, I'll probably give some away. I might put him for sale. My sponsor is Zoe's Custom T-shirts and crafts. They do everything from masks to shirts to dog clothes. Um, Also, don't forget to wash your hands, boys. Don't forget to wear a mask. But if AB comes here, I'm gonna be the first one dropping a video. I'm not gonna lie. Even if I'm at work, I'll drop a video about Antonio Brown coming to the Houston Texans. Um, Hunter's been the main one on Twitter saying this not happening. It probably won't, but a man cannot. A man cannot. You know, you got to keep the faith that that Antonio Brown has a chance to come here. Just to talk more about my sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, stop paying so much money for Nike stuff, guys. I mean, this looks as legit as it gets. You could watch this; it won't shriek on you. I will be dropping the link on Twitter, on YouTube, on my Instagram. Don't be paying so much money, guys, for just regular T-shirts. But where you could get one like this, whatever player you want, any team. Dog in the streets, I could use a shirt. Yes, I absolutely agree. I think AB's legal situation is delaying him from us. That's a good. That's a good assessment. Do you see the video of the Dodgers the fan, a little kid destroying an Astros mannequin? Absolutely. I mean, I saw it and I was laughing at it because, first of all, you bought the Altuve jersey, and if you hit us, we're just gonna get on base. And Dusty Baker does not play with that type of stuff. The Astros are going to win the World Series again. There's no question about it. The Yankees don't even have a good pitcher, right? I don't believe in Garrett Cole. Last time Garrett Cole was in a spring training, he got rocked for 4 home runs. Tanaka took a shot in the head a couple days ago. Do you have any jerseys though? We actually do not have jerseys. I think jersey is something we want to get into. Need Griffin here ASAP. Hold on. First of all, Maxwell, you need mods, bro. I don't know what mods is. So please let me know what it is. Griffin is somebody who should have been on the Houston Texans already. What Griffin brings is consistent. Astros 9 sacks last season. He's very good against the run, and he is a leader in a team where J.J. Watt does get injured as much. The leadership dies down, and Everson Griffin can really make a huge impact on this Houston Texans team. Hunter, I need to get you on the stream. In a couple days, we'll make something happen. Moderator. Wow. What is a moderator? I'm new to this YouTube game, guys. What do you think about Isaiah Couture? I think he has a chance to be really good in this team. The only question is will he get it with the Houston Texans? With this new COVID thing going on, guys. I'm gonna be on for a couple more minutes. Any questions? Why? Like any other questions you guys have, you can use blue pretty much. I don't see why he's not here already. Low risk. Uh, Honestly, okay. So what do you think about this? How about you do not sign Antonio Brown, but you bring in Eric Reed and Everson Griffin? You pick those two people. You bring them in with your defense. Like would you guys be excited about that? I would. Oh, I just did it. Yes, sir. How do I take it off, though? How do I take it off? I don't know how to take it off. Do you think the Astros could win another World Series? Absolutely, absolutely. The Houston Astros are going to be good for a very long time with Jordan Alvarez, with Kyle Tucker, JW Football Talk. Cody, I thought you were busy doing stuff around the house. So you must have been lying to us. 713 called me on my phone the other day. I think I did call you on the new phone. Do you think David Johnson will run for 1,000? Well, he damn near she'll run for 1,000 yards. If Carlos Hyde could do it, you could do it too. Um, did you pin me? I don't know what that means. Um, Make Maxwell Cody, Tiger texting me and your girlfriend Mod. Y'all have to tell me what Mod is. When I need to stream one night. Absolutely, dude. I think you are one of the most unbiased people on Twitter for the Houston Texans. You give great insight. You talk about what needs to be done. for the Houston Texans. Guys, 31 deep. Rip AJ Hinch. AJ Hinch, man, you feel bad for the boy because you want him to be, like you wish he could have another shot at it. You wish that he can bounce back and come back to the Astros. I don't see him happening. I don't see Jeff Luna coming back again whatsoever. Verlander and Greinke, McCullers will pitch no more than innings and another innings. I mean, absolutely, and that's why the shortened season is coming to work, right? You won't put a lot of arms on any of those guys. Lance McCullers coming out from an AC. I mean, I'm sorry, a Tommy John surgery. Who is the Texans' most underrated player? Man, that is a very good question. The most underrated player, in my opinion. Don't hate me when I say it. Nick Martin, the center. Nick Martin had a very good season for the Houston Texans. Didn't allow a single sack whatsoever. Was very good in the pass. Very good in the run. A lot of people were just mad that he got a huge contract, and I was upset too. I was like, why did you pay him so much money? But the way he bought out was absolutely spectacular. John Weeks. John Weeks, one of the best holders in the NFL. Shout out to John Weeks. Boys, let me get some W's in the chat. Let me know who is here. Ruben, I need to talk to you after the chat. It's important. So if you have time, get with Footballer 503. That sounds very, very, very suspect. But I mean, I'm just kidding. Yeah, bro, for sure, we'll talk to you. They have fresh stud pitchers, about 180. They typically pitch at least 180 to 200 innings. Absolutely agree. Like I said before, if Houston Astros are winning the World Series, boys, the Rockets have a good chance to win the NBA Finals again. My father actually put $100 on the Houston Rockets, 12-1 odds. When we get in Antonio Brown, I'm tired of waiting. Nestor, check this out, bro. Check it out. Check it out. Antonio Brown custom-made T-shirt. When we get in him, we don't know. We don't know whatsoever. The thing about these types of signings, guys, when you have a person as controversial as Antonio Brown, right? You need to do your due diligence. You need to make sure that, hey, he is focused on football and football only, and hopefully he can make something happen. Ruben is my daddy. Please don't say that ever, guys. Darren, come on now. Nah, bro, you're not playing. You're not playing. I know you for sure. The shirt, bro, dope, got me hyped. It got me hyped too. Like when my sponsor came up and sent it to the mail, I was like, oh man, this is the most underrated. Is are we talking Houston Texans as well? Just got here. Yes, we are talking Houston Astros, Houston Texans, Houston Rockets. I wasn't, we are 36D, so we're gonna keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. The most underrated is Eric Murray. We don't even know how Eric Murray is gonna play. No rush to get him. He will be suspended the first half of the season anyway. Are you sure he's gonna get suspended? Because here's the thing. Tyreek Hill literally like injured his son. I'm sorry. Adrian Peterson hurt his other son as well. There's a good chance he doesn't get suspended. But there's a good chance he does. I mean, but you have to live with the type of player that Antonio Brown is. What's going on with Avery's rape case? That I do not know. I do not know anything about that. So please enlighten me. I'm not sure what is going on. I'm sorry. I should be doing this. I am a sponsor. Maxo713, he made my fire new intro. He says he makes fire tortillas. I don't know. My mom makes pretty good ones. My mom is very good at breakfast. Nothing else, but breakfast is where she's at. Do you think we'll get both AB and Jamal Adams or only one of them? I think you have a chance to get at least one. So here's what's going on. I mean, from the people who are on Twitter, they expect the Houston Texans to sign Antonio Brown and then trade Will Fuller and some picks, hopefully whatever picks you got, to the Jets in order to get Jamal Adams. Do I think he's going to work? I don't know. Should the Texans tank for Trevor Lawrence? No, absolutely not. When you have Deshaun Watson, why are you going to tank for another quarterback? Deshaun Watson said it himself that he wants to be a Houston Texan for a very long time. Deshaun Watson is going to be a Houston Texans, so there's no reason to tank. And we don't even have a first-round pick worthy enough to tank. So there shouldn't really be, any tanking whatsoever. Shannon said it. We don't have a first-round tip we don't have a first round pick. JD, I gotta stop John Gotti. Send me to the corner with the deuce hat if you keep my shenanigans. Yep, bro. Do not mess with me. I'm playing, guys. If you want to be in the Houston Texans group chat, you got to drop your Twitter down below, and I ain't going to add you. We talk Texans. We talk any sport whatsoever. Sometimes it's about our day. We have JW Football Talk in there. We have a Footballer 503 in there. We just love talking sports. Sometimes it gets a little heated. Sometimes I got to tell people to absolutely relax. But that's the thing, guys. It's like we're all passionate about football. Do you watch college football? I'm sorry, hold up. I try to get into it. I try. I just need to stick to a team, right? I need to stick to one. I did watch a lot of U of H because my cousin went there. Conroe Girls, my Twitter handle. Awesome. Do an Insta group chat. I will join that. Yes, I'll definitely make one. The whole point of my channel is to get all of us together. But going back to the Houston Texans, boys, I think this offense has potential to be a top 5, top 3 offense. And it starts with the foundation. The foundation is the offensive line. When you have Laramie Tunsil, who really has not had a full offseason with the Houston Texans offensive line. And Max Sharpen, who was a surprising pick, played absolutely phenomenal. Nick Martin, who was very underrated for the Houston Texans. Zach Fulton, when he was paired alongside Titus Howard, were absolutely phenomenal. We don't know what the crazy stat of the day was, and Cody brought it up to me. The Houston Texans were 5-1 with the healthy offensive line. Who is most likely to sign with the Texans this offseason? I mean, it sounds like it's Antonio Brown. That's one of the reasons why I made a shirt. But, Ruben, do you fish, bro? No. I mean, I go. I've never catched anything. Sorry, the offensive line is not there yet. You are very optimistic. That's where I disagree. 100%, Conroe. I'm sorry. But we were 8th and win against the pass, right? We were 8th. And it's only going to get better. The one thing about offensive line is that you need consistency. You need much better, much in any sport, whatever it is. You need to be consistent, and you see great teams who don't have who probably won't have star talent, who may have some, but due to consistency, they are one of the best. And I've learned that when I used to coach at the YMCA. I used to have a basketball team and I also helped co-coach a volleyball team. And we realized that when the players kept on playing together and they stayed together and they stayed consistent, they became a dominant team. That's why we were able to win almost 60 games and only lose less than 10. We need to trade JJ and sign Deshaun Watson to a huge contract. JJ Watt is probably going to be gone in the next 2 years. And I've been saying to trade JJ for a while. I'm not that big of a fan about J.J. Watt, and also Deshaun Watson is going to be an absolute. We are going to sign Deshaun Watson to a contract. We're probably going to give him 117 mil, 37 mil a year, which he totally deserves. One of the young elite quarterbacks in the game. A lot of people have him as the top 3 or top 4 best quarterback in the NFL. We are an AB away from being a top 5 offense. Absolutely agree. If the Patriots or Jets offer a first-round pick for Fuller, you see Bill O'Brien pulling the trigger. I mean, it all depends. I would, but it all depends on if Fuller balls out. Because right now, nobody's giving you a first-round pick for Fuller. Nobody even gave a first-round pick to DeAndre Hopkins. Football TV, what it is, baby, what it is. JJ Watt will stay, get his brother too. TJ Watt is not leaving Pittsburgh. They're not going to let that boy leave Pittsburgh. Almost should have been Defensive Player of the Year. I think he was Rookie Defensive Player of the Year. I'm excited. I'm excited for this whole NFL offseason. We have been without sports for so long, ladies and gentlemen. So long. We should be watching baseball. We should be watching basketball. We should be having OTAs. So I am definitely going through withdrawals. Just want to thank everybody. Do you still think we are getting Antonio Brown? The last thing I heard was that we are in talks with Antonio Brown. The last thing I heard, we are in talks. Things take time. I've said it before. Things take time to develop. The Lermy Tunsil trade took months. So we'll wait on that. Sorry, the Texans could have gotten 2 first rounds for Hopkins. Bill B is not a good GM. Absolutely. I mean, the thing about Bill O'Brien is that he could do better, right? You should have got a 1st round pick for DeAndre Hopkins when Stephon Diggs was able to get 4 or 5 1st round picks. Are you kidding me? Right? Great knowledge, bro. I subscribe. Thank you so much, Nestor. I mean, I've seen you in the streams, bro. Like I said, just keep on hitting me up, man. I love talking football. How old are you, Max? So how old do you think I am? I'm just kidding. I'm 22 years old. Bob is stupid. Yeah. Facts, yes. I want XFL to start up. I was getting into it, especially since we went 5-0. Absolutely agreed. The Roughnecks were one of the best Houston Texans team. You don't trade. Oh man, I'm sorry. You don't trade DeAndre Hopkins. Period. I absolutely agree. But Bill O'Brien felt like that DeAndre Hopkins was having too much pull inside of the Houston Texans locker room. If we got a first, we could have gotten Isaiah Simmons. Here's the thing about that. I made a video about how I think that the Houston Texans should have absolutely failed David Johnson's physical on purpose. And that way, you were able to get more something out of that trade, whether it was a 2nd-round pick or an extra 3rd, or even try to get that 1st-round pick. But the Houston Texans really missed an opportunity in failing David Johnson's physical to get more of, more compensation. XFL is not starting back up. Texans. Imagine Hopkins and AB. We would have the #1 offense. I mean, you could have a bunch of star players, Aries. The only question is can they be coached? Can they be schemed the correct way? Braden is coming back for 2021. John Oliver, like I said, I'm gonna add you, bro. I said I wanted to. Cody, is it you haven't tried? I'm just tuning in. What is up, Clifford? Did we sign Antonio Brown? Not yet. Not yet. I'm not saying we are. I'm not saying we're not. I'm just saying we are currently in talks with Antonio Brown. I saw in another stream that after the loss to Casey Hopkins threw a fit in the locker room, and that Bill Bree decided to get rid of Hopkins. Then I heard he's been wanting to be gone since after we lost. No, I haven't. Last thing I heard is that shutting it down. Wait. Do you mean by DeAndre had too much pull? What I mean by that is he had too much say in the locker room. Like, not say, but he was viewed as a leader. He was viewed as somebody to go to when there was a problem. And basically, Bill O'Brien didn't like that. He wanted himself to be the main guy if you got a problem to, not DeAndre Hopkins. David Johnson, what do you expect from him in your opinion? I expect David Johnson to pay his absolute butt off for the Houston Texans. You said it. I mean, he said it himself that I want to be here. I want to play for Bill O'Brien. Brandon Cook said, I want to run through a brick wall for Bill O'Brien. These new guys coming in want to play for Bill O'Brien. What do I see from David Johnson? I need to see at least 1,000 yards. I need to see 5-6 touchdowns, and I need to see a couple touchdowns on the receiving ends. He's one of the best receiving backs in the NFL. What would you offer for Jamal? I would offer Will Fuller. I would offer Bernard McKinney and a 2nd or a 3rd or those two together and try to see if it works. If we trade Hopkins, at least give me your whole team. Yeah. No, because Hopkins has too many baby mamas. That was frustrating when I heard him say that. You see AB post on Instagram with an alert emoji. You think he's already has a team giving him a contract? I think he has I think people have tried to go at him, right? Or make an offer. The only question is can he sign it? Like you say, it's going to be a couple. If it's not this week or next week, it's going to be a while before we see AB give us any indication to where that he is going. That's a good thought. We're done for sure. Everyone is talking about how Pat Mahomes' contract affects D4. How does it? It does not affect Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has said that he wants a 3-year contract, and that is when he gets. Jets don't want McKinney Rubin. I mean, I know, but you got to give him something, man. You got to give him something. If not, I mean, what do you have to do? Give him Lonnie for Jamal Adams? I hate to say Lonnie, but I mean, we have Bradley Roby, we have Gary Conley, we have John Reed, we have. I mean, you have to give up players to get players. You can't just give them. You can't just give a team, crap players and all pro. You think the new coaches will have success this season, especially in the defensive end? The defense is what I am most excited about because, Cody said it first when he was in the stream a while ago that when he comes for that Rex Ryan defense love to blitz. And if you look at teams who blitz, they kind of they're very dangerous. The Baltimore Ravens were 27 in sacks last season, but they were top 5 in QB pressure, something that you need. Do you see Garrett Jones being the next general manager? I mean, for the foreseen future, I think is O'Brien. Hopkins wanted out after the Chiefs lost. What I heard, Texans chill, bro, is that he wanted out after the Colts game, but he started beefing after the after things. Those rumors were not true. What rumors were not true, Cody? The only things that Houston, whoa. Going to Congo. The only thing the Texans have that worst trade is Watson. Yes, but Watson's not going anywhere. Ruben say the Texans ain't LeBron James. Did I say that? I'm so sorry. I thought you were cleaning. I thought you were cleaning too, Cody. You might as well just come back on and finish your stream. He said he is. He's not. Love seeing you're trying to grow slowly. Keep up the grind all the way from South Texas. Yes, guys, the channel has been growing. It's actually been growing pretty fast. If I'm being honest, we've been doing this for no longer than 10 months, and already almost halfway there to 2,000 subscribers. So, we grind doing this, man. We grind. A lot of my family. My girlfriend sacrificed because I'm always up here in my room doing videos, editing, buying lights, all this stuff. So this is definitely grind, but something that I hope pays off in the long run. If Texans were to start today, team as is, what do you think the record will be after the first 3 games? I'm sorry, Nestor. Hold on. Let me do this question first. Rumor Cornell's new assistant head coach. You think he might become head coach? But I hope not, Braden, because Roman Cornell was a horrible defense. I mean, he was a horrible offensive coach. He was with the Kansas City Chiefs. If the Texans were to start today, team as is, what do you think their record would be after the first 3 games? Here's the thing. Nestor, is that the Houston Texans always start slow. Always do. We've seen them go 0-3. We've seen them go 1-2. It just depends. And it might be even worse with the fact that COVID is going on. It might be worse, but me being biased, I mean, I hope you're able to go 2-1. You might go 1-2. All you need is 1 win, and you're still, able. Whether it's against the Chiefs, Ravens, or Steelers, it doesn't take. Somebody serves to trade Jamal Adams, Lonnie, and Stills, and a second pick for Jamal, and sign a B or Kiki, and a 3. Or Kiki has no trade value. No, I'm saying Texas ain't Braun trading. Yeah, I'm also you can't trade horrible players to try to get a good one. Is it true that the Cowboys want to trade for Deshaun? I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that whatsoever. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but Deshaun is going nowhere. Like Uriz just said. Follow Ruben on Insta. I'm gonna drop my Insta at 713 Houston Sports. But guys, we are 40 people deep. Can you guys drop me what you guys think the Houston Texans record is going to be? It sucks seeing Kiki not get a good chance, but he hate the Cobb signing. Oh, Betty hate the Cobb signing. Absolutely. I mean, and the thing is, we gave Kiki chances. I mean, if you guys remember that Colts game when the Houston Texans were driving down to have a game scoring, a game winning touchdown, he drops the ball and he gets intercepted by the maniac. Here's the thing: we got 13-3, 10-6, or 11-5, 2-14. You know what? You're a Cowboys fan, Cody. You're supposed to be cleaning your line. 11-5, 10-6, 10-6 at best. Any updates on AB rumors, Pedro, none as of yet. But what we do know is that they are still in contacts with Antonio Brown. I'm gonna have to show it again, ladies and gentlemen. Antonio Brown shirt that was customly made for me. 8-8. Whew. Football TV is 11-5. Conroe Girl 1-7. Texans D4 said 12-4. Houston Boy 11-5. My mom said 9-7. Christian Rangel 9-7. Who doesn't want to be here? Shannon. Pedro, my wife is watching and she says hi. Tell your wife hi. Tell you thank you for watching me at 10:13 in the middle of the night. And me, man, me being hard headed, not going to bed early, knowing that I have to be up at at 4 in the morning. But it's all cool. Still a little bit early. We're gonna drop some heat for you guys tomorrow with JW Football Talk, and we're gonna have Patrick Storm on the show. About 6 more minutes, boys and guys and girls. 16-0. If the Houston Texans go 16-0, Pedro, I'll give you my car. I doubt that the Houston Texans will go 16-0. And plus, you didn't even want my car. I don't even have AC. 9-7 wild card, not winning division. Whew. The Houston Texans. Here's the thing about the division is that you're going against the Colts. You're going against the Colts are the only team that fears me. I do not fear the Titans. They keep on talking about they have the best trio in the NFL. Miss me with that, man. Texans D4. Thank you for the $2.79. Deshaun Watson is better QB than Mahomes. Changed my mind. Texans Unfiltered has talked about Deshaun Watson being the better quarterback. Now I'm sorry if I go on a little rant, right? I think that's right, man. I think Deshaun Watson is going down the line. Deshaun Watson might be the better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. Let's look at the situation that Patrick Mahomes falls in. I know my dad is probably punching the air right now, but you go on 11-5 Kansas City team the year before that, and then you inherit Tyreek Hill. You inherit Travis Kelce. You inherit a very good offensive line. You inherit one of the best play callers in the NFL. If you switch quarterbacks, if you put Deshaun Watson on the Kansas City Chiefs, then he's an absolute, then Deshaun Watson and the Chiefs are going to go better because Deshaun Watson has that it factor, man. That it factor that X factor in him he's just an absolute baller. Mahomes has one good year and he gets $45 million a year. Nah, man, Mahomes won the MVP, threw 50 touchdowns, won a Super Bowl. Mahomes is an absolute monster. D4 needs to win one championship. Then I can adhere. He's been at the same level than Mahomes. I mean, that's the thing, right? But we all know it takes more than a quarterback. It should only be a quarterback, but Bill O'Brien hinders Deshaun Watson so much. 43 people in the chat, boys. Thank you so much. Gonna be on for a couple more minutes. Get your questions in before your boy goes to bed. Probably won't go to bed. Probably shoot a video and then edit it on this fancy new computer. I'm excited, guys. I'm excited for this Houston Texans season, and I'm running out of things to talk about. I'm sorry, but I don't know how long we've been on for. Been on for a good minute. Who do you think is the most underrated Texan of all time? Juan Rosales says the most underrated. Oh man, that's a good question. Let's go with Kevin Walter. If you guys remember who Kevin Walter was, he was Mr. Reliable. He caught the game-winning touchdown that sent the Texans to their first ever playoff game. Everybody sleeping on the Texans. Absolutely agree. Everybody's going to sleep, and that's why if you have any money, you put them on the Houston Texans. You put them on the Houston Texans because they're going to be very good in a lot of leagues. Like Deshaun Watson, 28-1. to win to win the MVP. The Texans are plus like 220 to win the AFC South. The football gods basically played man on rookie with Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is just a beast. What game do you think is going to be the toughest of the season? Toughest of the season is Week 1. You're going against the Super Bowl champs at Arrowhead. They're getting the ring. Nationally televised game. But one thing we do know about Deshaun Watson is that when the lights are on, he is special. Who do you think is going to be defensive player of the year? TJ Watt. Do you play fantasy football? I do. I currently have a league on right now. We need, I believe, 3 more people. If you want to get on that, Kevin the Great, drop your Twitter. I'm gonna definitely add you. We have a Texan group chat going on. Dante Robinson was good until you put Pay Me Rick. How long do you think it will take? How many games for O'Brien to take back the reins and OC and head coach? And this will be the. I'm gonna answer Braden's question and then we're gonna get off. But here's the thing, Clayton, is that you don't know. Bill O'Brien is a control freak, and when you have the Super Bowl champs, the MVP Lamar Jackson, and the Pittsburgh Steelers, if your offense doesn't show up, I think he's going to take them away. You hope not, but that's the way Bill O'Brien is. I think it was 2 or 3 years for us to win a Super Bowl, but we're making the playoffs this year. I think you got to win it this year, man. I think you have to go Super Bowl or bust because you still have great players. And if you're going to bring in somebody like an Antonio Brown or a Jamal Adams, then you got to win it again. Well, that will be all for me today, guys. Before I let you guys go, don't forget to hit up Zoe's Custom T-shirts and Crafts on Facebook. I'm going to type it in. Bye, Ruben. You're the best Texan YouTuber. I'm okay. I'm not the best yet. I'll be on my way though. Um, when you're next live, we are going live tomorrow. Tomorrow with Patrick Storm, Cody. Hopefully, other people jump on. Voice and I'm broke. We all are, bro. We all are. I feel you, but I'm not gonna hang up until somebody says bye. I'm gonna end this the way I always end the video. Go Texans, go Astros, go Rockets. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? You have a blessed day. UFC 251, Jorge Masvidal against Kamaru Usman. Somebody say bye. Somebody already did. Houston boy. Love you guys.